Yes, I like women in suits. Yes, I wish I was at Ethereal getting tied up. What do you want me to do? You want me to lie about it? For those of you who may not know, here's essentially what happened. Over the past 2 weeks, we held a photo contest in the Discord server where specifically you had to use photos from the in-game click Holo Reporter event. This past couple of days, we had in-house voting amongst the, members of the Discord server themselves. Also, Vanny, oh my goodness, thank you for gifting 5 subs as well. And now we've narrowed it down to a top 16. And along with some honorable mentions, some of the winners from this bracket will win some internet memberships and Polychrome bundles, totaling up to nearly $80. And while we're at it, if you would like to top up on some Polychromes yourselves, why not try using LD Shop? Especially considering you can get top-up options cheaper through LD Shop than you would in-game, with discounts of up to nearly 22% for new users. For example, purchasing an internet membership through LD Shop costs only $3.87 compared to the $5 if you were to purchase it in-game. And topping up is really easy. All you need is your in-game user ID and your server. Once you fill those in, you can click on top up, choose your payment method, and within seconds your order is completed and you can see the rewards in-game. And yes, you can even get the double bonus for first-time top-ups. LD Shop is a trusted and authorized service that is 100% safe and legitimate. Also, if you use my link in the description when you register on LD Shop, you will also get a 5% off coupon to use. And if you spend over $80, you will also gain a VIP membership, which can earn you free internet memberships and regular coupons. Once again, you can check out the description and the pinned comment to start saving with LD Shop. Our first bracket is Nicole Astra Evelyn versus Jane Doe. This is number 1. This is Nicole Astra Evelyn. And then number 2, this one right here. This is the Jane Doe one. For me, I kind of prefer 1 just because it has all 3 of them. Like, you have Nicole up front and center, right? But you also have Astra there on the right, and then also look very closely, Evelyn's there in the back. My only issue with number 1 is that Nicole is too close to the screen, so it gets that slightly transparent look. And don't get me wrong, this is also very nice. But yeah, that's crazy. First seed losing to 16th seed is wild. Maybe it is because of is it because of the feet? Is it because of the Jane feet? You guys can be honest. Number 1 is definitely a lot more visually busy than number 2. But number 2 is also simpler. But that's not necessarily bad. I was not expecting this. An upset right from the get-go. 16th seed beating out the first seed. We have Jane Doe winning. Now, I could go next and go Belly Rings versus Belly Bog, but I really want to show off Corrin Dies. Somebody pointed out earlier, here are your second brackets. So we're at the bottom now here. We're at the bottom. Fire and Ice versus Corrin Dies. Fire and Ice is that on the left there. I called it Fire and Ice because you have Lighter and you have Ellen. Get it? Like a story of fire and ice. I'm so smart, aren't I? And then number 2, Corrin Dies, is this one right here. This is Corrin Dies. Number 2 is Corrin Dies. Number 1 is Fire and Ice. I will put them both side by side. I need a better way to do this. I'm manually shifting it around in OBS like a hooligan. Now, I will say, this Corrin one, when I saw this the first time, I was like, dude, we may have a shoe-in for the winner. But then again, you never know. This is second seed, and we just had the first seed lose to the 16th seed. So it's hard to say, right? I think it's very unique in that a lot of people were trying to show off how cool the agent is. Look at how cool they are when they attack. Look at how cool they are when they do this. Not many people have what happens if, somebody eats shit. Look at her. She is getting hurt. She is actively dying here. Both are very good. I mean, this is the top 16, right? But Corrin Dies takes it for sure. Unsurprisingly. Next up, we're gonna go back up to the top here. Billy Rings, versus Belly Bog. On the left, number 1, Billy Rings, because, well, you can see Billy and he has a bunch of ether rings behind him. Very cool. Billy looking sick as always. But then we also have Belly Bog Industries, all 3 of them. Anton, Ben, Collida. Grace, she's probably somewhere else working with the machine. Ooh, okay, it is close, but it looks like at the end of it all, Belly Bog does win out in the end. Number 2, which is the one on the right. So Belly Bog progress through. Moving back over to our next poll, we have one of our first Miyabi slashes versus Lucy Piper. So, as always, the first one, Miyabi slash. To be fair, it's not the held basic, it's the one where she uses her skill and she dashes forward. And I do like that it's, front on, like she's dashing at you. Now, number 2, Lucy Piper, is this one here. You got Lucy about to smack you on the head. Meanwhile, you've got Piper doing whatever that is down there at the bottom. Again, the number of Miyabi images there were. To be fair, there's only 3 Miyabis in the top 16. And they were definitely the ones that had more effort put into them. Like, again, this isn't just, hold down the basic attack. This is like slash in, get all of these effects as well. It looks very appealing as well. But again, number 2, it reminds me of the Jane one from earlier, the very first one, where it's not as busy, but like it's simpler, kind of, but it's still kind of good, Number 1 has won. The Miyabi one has finally won. Okay. Again, this is one of the better Miyabis, right? So I'm fine with that winning. The Miyabi slash wins. Now, you've seen one Miyabi slash, get ready for another. Number 13 and number 14 seed. So here's... wait, is this a different one? This is a different one. Yes, this is a different one. I know it looks very similar, but this is number 1. If you look very carefully, the reason why I have it as like Miyabi slash brackets Evelyn is because if you look very closely, there is an Evelyn there on the left. And number 2, another Miyabi, but this time with Yanagi. So now it's a question of who do you want as the side girl, right? Again, if you look at number 1, you have Miyabi. Again, you're dashing at the camera. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background. You have Evelyn there on the side. And then if you look over here, Miyabi, but you have Yanagi in the background. Yeah, the first one was very, very like blinding. It's again, that's going to be the nature of Miyabi moving forward. It's going to be very flashy. Double Miyabi, it was bound to happen eventually, right? This is actually dangerously close. I was not expecting it to be this close. I honestly thought number 2 would take this easily. Number 1 is so busy. Like number 1, if I'm not mistaken, in the Discord server, somebody reacted to number 1 with the the meme of the cat where it's like gets flashbanged and it just like vanishes, right? How number 1? Really? Personally, my vote goes to number 2. Because also, like, look, okay, this is, yes, I'm jockeying votes. I don't care. I feel like number 2 deserves it more. You've got Miyabi, and look at the stances. Like, you've got Yanagi standing, like, upright behind her, and, like, Miyabi's, like, in front of her. Like, that, like, top down, you know? It's like when somebody shoots over somebody else's back. Yanagi's there providing covering fire with her 2 massive cannons on her chest, you know? One is gonna win, left is gonna win. Now that you actually pointed out, you have to realize all of those lines aren't from Miyabi. All of those lines are from Evelyn. Like, yes, it's busy, but like they kind of work together. Because when I looked at this, I'm like, oh, all of those lines and all those slashes are from Miyabi and her like dash attack, whatever. But I guess they're not. They're all from Evelyn, which when you combine the 2 of them, I suppose it does make a more appealing looking attack. It does look very busy. Are you guys ready to see more Miyabi? We have Miyabilly versus the Girls of Caledon. This, I'm very excited to see this one. I think what you're about to see now is the best Miyabi photo that we have. Number 1, Miyabilly. Now this, I feel like, is a good composition of 2 of them. You got the bullets flying everywhere. You got Miyabi slashing them. You know, you can interpret this how you want. You can maybe interpret this as Miyabi slashing the bullets, like in the cutscene, or like, you know, how they describe the cutscene, right? Or you have, number 2, the Girls of Caledon. You got Lucy ready to smack a boar. You got Piper ready to dunk on a fool. And you got Caesar there also ready to parry with a shield. So, I will say, I do like that the one on the right, so the Girls of Caledon, has used filters. Not a lot of people tried out filters. Both of them did use filters, right? And that's why I'm glad that we have this filter off, essentially. Right apparently wins. The Girls of Caledon. Miyabilly was number 3rd seed. The Girls of Caledon were number 14 seed. But I guess, yep, they can be only one Miyabi, right? But next up, we have Billy Shoot versus Astra/Lighter. I'm very glad that a lot of people are trying to make Billy look cool. So first up, we have Billy Shoot here. No Miyabi. We do have a goon though, a random enemy, and Billy shooting him right in the back. It's like the teleports behind you. Nothing personal, kid. Bam, 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 bam. Number 2, however, Astra/Lighter. Who's a fan of shipping here? Dude, the cool guy Lighter. Also, lore-wise now, remember, Lighter, like, sort of fumbles around Astra, right, in the story, so I don't know, maybe this is, like, building up to it, who knows, you know? But, again, this is up for you guys to decide, so... Now, because of the widescreen, I'm going to cut off a bit on the right here, but you're really only just missing out the enemy over here in the Astra plus Lighter image. There was an Astra and Evelyn one, but unfortunately, it did not make the top cut of 16. The Billy has a little bit more going on, but it's basically, do you value the shipping and like the back-to-back, you know, Astra doing a slight little head over her shoulder, looking back at Lighter, or Lighter trying to be all cool, like, exactly, like, it does look like very cute, the Astra and Lighter pairing. I was surprised when I was looking through the submissions at how many pair photos there were. Because, yes, it's very easy to set up one individual agent and stuff like that, but setting up 2 agents, like, again, not just getting Lighter and Astra in the same image, getting them back-to-back, leaning against each other, getting them to pose like that, and then remember, the camera is very finicky. You cannot move the camera around, like you can't like shift it left and right, you can only rotate it around. So centering it in such a way that it captures both of the agents, sometimes even 3 of them, that is very admirable and very difficult. Looks like right wins it. The ship is sailing, boys and girls. Next up, Astra Explosion and then Lycan Flames. After this, we'll do the honorable mentions. So first up, number 1 on the left, it will be Astra Explosion. It's very bright, but you do get to see Astra's silhouette in here. I don't know what they did. I don't know what this explosion was, but like somehow they just got like all of this yellow. Maybe they're playing on the sun or something like that. But number 2, or one that's gonna be on the right, is gonna be Lycan Flames. It took me a while to realize this, but that dot by his eye, his mask does not have an eye. That dot is the flames, the fire. It's just lined up with it, matching where his eye would be. Looking at the polls though, you guys prefer Lycan. You guys don't like bright lights, I see. Ooh, nice. With 69% of the vote, Lycan wins. That was the first round done. We have the quarterfinals up next. But before we go into the quarterfinals, I would like to point out some honorable mentions. These are ones that they weren't necessarily in the top 16, but they were ones that I was like, you know what? What is wrong with you guys? Why are you guys not voting for these? Why are they not, up there in the top 16? I chose 3, and Jean, the head mod, chose 2. So there are 5 honorable mentions, and all 5 of these people will be earning an internet membership. Also, the overall winner of this competition, the first place winner, will be receiving the $30 monochrome bundle. The second place will be receiving a $15 monochrome bundle, and a third place will receive 2 internet monthly memberships. But then, like I said, there will be 5 winners that will be choosing, or that we will be giving internet as well. Here's the first one. We have Chaotic Cherky with a nice little Sokaku. Again, it's very nice to see somebody not using the classic Miyabi and stuff like that, using an A-rank Sokaku. And I just like this shot, like seeing her giant ass fan, seeing all the frost around her, and then also having that big enemy being frozen as well. Yes, it's kind of simple. Yes, it's not as flashy, but it has purpose. Sokaku's out there, she's ready, she's hungry, she's hoping that there's food after this, and she's ready to earn her take. Also, I like the David versus Goliath aspect, right? It's a small little Sokaku. Or maybe it makes Sokaku look small because of the angle versus the giant big bad ethereal, The next honorable mention is by Thug Nut. What a name. A Billy with a million. No, very few people try to incorporate Bangbus. And I think what better way to have a Bangbu than having a million, which shoots out Gatling guns, plus Billy shooting his own Gatling guns. It's on theme since you have, cunning hairs all together. Quadruple guns, exactly. The third honorable mention is here by Shiko. I'm outing myself here. Yes, I've got a type. Women in suits. Sue me, all right? Yes, I like women in suits. Yes, I wish I was at Ethereal getting tied up. What do you want me to do? You want me to lie about it? They're so nicely put together back to back, Evelyn has her jacket off. Like, yes, the background does make it feel a bit weird, but who's focusing on the background, You got Evelyn and Yanagi right in the front. Why are you looking at the background? But that was my third honorable mention. Our head mod, Jean, also gave 2 honorable mentions. This is Jean's first honorable mention of 2, and this is Anby and Soldier 11. He said that this was awarded because it's easiest to tell what the shot was supposed to be, so that was Jean's technical recognition. And then Jean's other honorable mention. This is, in his words, good camera work. Again, we have Sokaku, we have the full ice team. We got Lycan, we got Sokaku, and we got Ellen. I almost called her Evelyn. Again, great shot composition. This low angle making the enemies, making our heroes look really good, look really big. In his words, the camera work honorable mention is not incredibly technical, but it is an exceptionally well-composed shot. But now, coming back to our bracket, the quarterfinals. Our first quarterfinal, we have Jane Doe versus Belly Bog. You guys should all be familiar with these now, so we can go a bit faster. See, this is where it gets difficult now. Now that we're in quarterfinals, this is where you have 2 very good photos. Both have their arguments. Jane can use you as a stepping stool. Get in line, Gintoki. Yeah, honestly, at the end of the day, it's literally just what looks better, right? But it looks like that is gonna be it. It looks like Belly Bog does win, though. I feel bad because Grace isn't in here. That's my only issue, is that there's no Grace. If only you could get all 4 of them, that would look really cool. All right, next up, we have a battle of the Miyabis. You guys can't abstain. Yeah, there's gonna be a Miyabi winner here. You're gonna laugh. These are almost like the exact same image. These are almost the exact. Okay, which Miyabi, left or right? Like, honestly, purple or blue? This is actually very funny that it ended up being seated like this. Again, the one on the right is the one with Evelyn. So a lot of those string stuff like that, that's actually coming from Evelyn's chain attack. Now again, that might be better, that might be worse. I don't know if that makes it more cluttered, less cluttered for you. I don't know which one you prefer. This is gonna be interesting though. I think it might come down to the color. The use of the filter on the left, I think, is very smart. I think somebody pointed out that that's the cool filter. The poll says right is the winner though. You guys valued the Evelyn strings. And then next up, we have Girls of Caledon versus Astrolighter. Astrolighter leaning over each other versus all of the Girls of Caledon. So you have Lucy, you have Piper, and you have Caesar, and then you have a little Bangbu as well. Right is always right. Well, actually, right has been winning fairly consistently. So we'll see if the trend continues though. So not a lot of people named their submissions, right? When they uploaded it, it was just like screenshot 2025021117 whatever. The Girls of Caledon one does, and the Girls of Caledon one is called In 1 Second. In 1 second, that ethereal is about to get gang busted on. The Caesar is about to parry it, the Piper is about to slam down, and then the little boar from Lucy is about to smack into it. In 1 second, everything is about to happen. I don't think many of the others had names, and I don't think it would have mattered too much. But I felt like it was very important to point out the name for this one. In 1 second, it's very fitting. It looks like, overwhelmingly, yeah, left has won. So the Girls of Caledon moving forward. The Astrolighter ship, unfortunately, is going to be sinking. Returning to a favorite one now. We visited it at the start just for a good giggle. Now we can finally bring it back. On the left, Like and Flames, as usual. You all know it, you have all seen it. On the right, Corin fucking dies. Let me just check if these have names. They do not have names, unfortunately. I'm happy with the name I gave it, though. I'm happy with Corin dies, though. I feel like that. What other name would you come up with for this, right? And it looks like the right has overwhelmingly won. Corin advances. Hopefully she makes it before she actually fully dies. Semi-finals. Ooh, top 4. So I know this is all single elimination, so we'll do the top 4. And then once we get the 2 like losers from these 2, I'll do like a quick playoff for 3rd place. But first though, Bellybog versus the Miyabi Slash. Alright, so number 1 on the left, as usual, Bellybog. On the right, we have the Miyabi Slash, the purple one with Evelyn Strings. Cast your votes, left or right. I don't know. Is the Miyabi hate gonna ring through again today? Let us have a look and see. It is getting a bit... Ooh, it's getting very tight, actually. Oh my goodness, hang on. It's almost like people have differing opinions and people prefer one thing over the other. Some of you are saying, oh my goodness, Miyabi's an easy one for this. Some of you are saying the Collider one is an easy one, or the Bellybog one is an easy one for this. Yeah, right? 60-40, it looks like right is gonna win. Miyabi still makes it through. We have a Miyabi in the finals. Ooh. I'm glad it's at least one of them only, and not like Miyabi versus Miyabi. It's not over yet for Bellybog. There is still going to be a 3rd place playoff. Something that was brought to our attention, and I kind of noticed it at first. This person, they're not in the top 16, so it doesn't matter. And there weren't any other honorable mentions. But somebody tried to commit voter fraud. Ooh, drama. Now I got you guys listening, don't I? But yeah, somebody tried to commit voting fraud. I kind of stumbled upon it. But then I was very thankful that somebody actually directly notified me and like said, yo, I have proof now. Because the other day, once voting had started, I myself noticed this. Believe it or not, I'm not dumb. I know it sounds crazy, but we have a dedicated channel in the Discord server where we just, like, myself and John just post stuff. And, oh my goodness, this is horrible. Okay, so my screenshot is really bad here, but I took a screenshot of proof and I said, I noticed a string of new joiners, all with Discord accounts created shortly before joining. There are a couple of others on the previous page, may need to keep an eye out. There were several of these accounts, brand new, joined the Discord server, and I'm like, okay. At first I thought, oh, are we getting raided or something? And then I went to see, what are these accounts doing? All of these accounts voted for one specific image or one specific submission, nothing else. So obviously then I was like, okay, well, this person obviously made like 5 different accounts to vote for their own thing, and they still didn't make it into Top Cut. They still couldn't even get into the top 16. Like, imagine trying to commit voter fraud and failing. I mean, even if they did, I still would have called it out anyway. Back to the real winners out here. Back to the real photographers. The Girls of Caledon versus Corin dies. Again, we've seen it all plenty of times now. I don't think I need to zoom in for you guys to see them. You know the drill. Left or right? Who knows? Maybe that blast really will push Corrin all the way up into the first place. Maybe, you know, maybe the impending doom of the girls of Caledon on the left there are also gonna work. If Corrin wins, do you think that's... No, if Corrin wins, she's gonna be traumatized because now she's like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to accept this. Oh, no. I wasn't prepared for this. Corrin would be the least prepared to win something. Lycan's gonna have to console her, be like, it's all right, Corrin. You did a good job. Pat. Couple of seconds left on the poll. But looking at it right now, it looks like it doesn't matter. Corrin, I hope she's been practicing her maid lessons so that she can sweep up. Or she has been practicing her maid lessons because she has been sweeping consistently every single time. Yeah, what better way to stop the poll than at 69%? So before we do the finals, we will have a quick playoff for third place because third place is also going to be very important. And that is going to be between Bellybog and the girls of Caledon, which we just saw. Now, this is very interesting. This is a really good third place showdown. It's both of them are involving all three members or three members from each faction. It's basically Bellybog versus Sons of Caledon. Bellybog are on the defensive. Like you can see, they're all posted up, literally with Collida being posted up on top of Ben's pillar. Meanwhile, Sons of Caledon are going all in on the offensive, getting ready to smack the boar, getting ready to slam with the Piper, getting ready to smash with Caesar. It's the two sides of the same coin. I'm actually so glad that these two are going head to head. Ooh, it is a very close. This is so close, actually. And I'll be honest, your vote matters. Every single vote matters. Ooh, this is so dangerous. Ooh, it's slowly eking out. And it looks like left is winning. Bellybog is going to take it. Bellybog is going to be number 3, our third place winner. Congratulations to Bellybog Industries. Now, I don't think either of these need any introduction. First up, on the left, we have the Miyabi Slash, the one Miyabi to rule them all. On the right, we have Corrin Dies. Both of them, honestly, we were complaining earlier about the colors. The Miyabi color and the Corrin color are actually kind of very similar. They both have the very saturated pinkish purplish color. Maybe it's gonna be a lot closer than we thought. This poll will be up for 5 minutes. This is our Miyabi slashing straight at us. A whole bunch of strings. That's all from Evelyn though. Not a lot of it is from Miyabi herself. I don't know if it matters, but you also have Astra, her little song at the bottom there that you can see. Meanwhile, I don't really know what else there is to say about it. Like, we already found the Easter egg of a guy in the bottom right there. Actually, does anybody know, honestly, what is this explosion in Corrin's image? I genuinely don't know. I don't know if it's an enemy, one of those exploding enemies. I don't know if it's like an ultimate from an agent. I don't know what this is. Ooh, but I mean, yeah. I mean, looking at it, like, it's a landslide. I don't even know if we need to go all the way to the end of the poll. 23% versus 77%. I don't think there has been a single close poll when it comes to Corrin. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we need to give Corrin a little pat for everything that she has done. Everything that she's been through. She's been getting blasted by this for how long? But it was all worth it in the end because, ladies and gentlemen, Corrin dies, but in her sacrifice, she makes it to the finals. And you know what? I feel good about this because, you know, like I said, when there was the public voting, a lot of people voted for this. This had 56 of the public votes. But Corrin held true and held strong all the way to the end. Oh, Vanny, are you the winner? Vanny, was this you? But yeah, this is a great image. Give a round of applause to Vanny, who's in the chat, the winner themselves in the chat here. And, you know, showing the love with becoming a member and gifting 5 memberships as well earlier. But yeah, honestly, when I saw this in the submissions, I was like, it had to win. If it was all up to me, I would have chosen this as a winner, guaranteed. It's so unique. It's so different. Everyone else took photos of like, oh, here's my agent looking cool. Here's my agent doing an attack. No one thought to themselves, okay, what about getting hit though? And I mean, also, it's something very important because Zenless Zone Zero has been known for those interesting animations. I'm sure you've all seen the video where it's like, oh, the animators put so much effort into getting hit, like the Lucy parry or whatever. Actually, so this is great. And then also making it be Corrin as the one that gets hit just adds extra humor to it. It's like, of all people to get hit, it's Corrin. She's seen enough abuse, guys, please. In a world full of Miyabi slashes, maybe comedy is what we need. Don't worry, these will all be available in the Discord server. The photo voting channel, where it has all of these submissions, will be reopened. You will be able to look through every single one of the 150 submissions.